Innovative Schools interactive and digital learning platform. Today we are going to discuss about Organization of Commerce first chapter named as Nature and Significance of Management. Before starting this chapter, we would like to consider and take into note the chapters which we have already learned in Standard 11. In Standard 11, generally we learn all the chapters which explains us what is exactly the business means and in which forms and methods we can carry out business, such as sole proprietorship business, partnership business, cooperative society business, Hindu undivided family business, and the final one was company form of business. Apart from that kind of business activities, we generally learn something more about insurance, postal services, banking, etc. Now coming to the 12th standard, the most important aspect would be management. So the first and the foremost word which we have to learn exactly, perfectly in various different means and ways, that is management. The most common parlance definition for management is to manage the man tactfully. That means you have to manage all your staff members or your employees at various different level of management with a great skill and tactfulness. Now, the whole chapter, the whole syllabus, the whole course revolves around the different methods and the perfect implementation of different criteria of management. Now, let's further discuss the elements which we are going to study in chapter number 1. You can see everything on the board that this chapter includes this kind of activities, elements which will be helpful for us to understand and to learn the whole syllabus, the whole course in a first note. Now, the meaning itself defines that the nature and significance of management. First, we get to know that what is management. The management is the art of getting things done through and with people, with human effort, your skill and your expertise, your tactfulness. Now, in the first criteria, we have to understand the nature of management. What is the nature of management? What it includes? Is it flexible? Is it rigid? Or is it like the things which are written in theories? We have to understand that thing. So first thing we have to understand is that whether the management is flexible or rigid. In the part of nature, we will understand that management is quite practical. Even it includes theories, it includes case studies, it includes various other researches. Now, the part of importance includes, which means the management is important at what level? In an organization, in a business, in an enterprise, where the management is important, and what is the strength of management in the success and the failure of an organization. There are various studies where theories available on the topic of importance of management. Further moving to the depth of management, we see that management is a mixture of science, art and profession. These three words are like these three streams which we can pursue. That is science stream, art stream and a professional stream. Now, management is that blend which includes everything in it. How? So we should have to discuss on this, that science. Science means something which have logic in it, which have a spatial explanation, which have some theories, which have some proven facts. So management includes everything. Now the word art says it is like one cannot pursue it. It is by being born. A person is artistic by birth, not he can acquire artistic talent from somewhere or from books or from experience. Art is generally considered as it comes with a gift, with a birth. So management includes that thing too. Then profession. How profession is amalgamated with management. Generally we know that those who are appointed as a managerial post have considered themselves throughout a theoretical understanding of knowledge for management, such as MBA, BBA, etc. courses with honors on the specific subjects. Whereas there are few professions which we consider as LLB, a chartered accountant, a company secretary, a post and working accountant. So these are the courses which theoretically as well as practically make you learn, understand, and practically make you power and empowered to perform on your desired subject. So management with a degree of MBA makes a person a blend of theoretical, practical, logical, skillful, art and technical knowledge to a person to reach to a goal where he can prove himself with his knowledge and skills as an expert managerial person at various levels of management. Now moving to the levels of management, we have three things, that is a management, and its level has been classified into three levels, that is top level, middle level as well as bottom level. We generally have discussed various things on top, middle and bottom level in our day-to-day classes, but now we are going to just take a glance for it that top level management includes those persons who are exactly giving an ideological concept to the business and making a move to run the business in a strategic way, which includes board of directors, chief executive officers. Apart from that, top level management includes various other kinds of directors too, which we will learn in secretarial practice. Then the second point comes as middle level management. In middle level management, we generally get different types of managers, that as production manager, sales manager, marketing manager, advertisement manager, administrative manager, etc. And in the bottom level management, we get those kind of subordinates, employees. Apart from that, supervisors are the persons where the actual work of conversion of raw material into semi-finished goods or finished goods is being carried out. Generally, this topics comes with the different functions of each of them, that what functions are included in top level management, what functions are included in middle level management, and which are the main core fundamental functions included for the bottom level management. Now moving further to the another important part of the chapter, we see that there are various classifications of functions of management given in this chapter, and which is very strong and vital part of this chapter, as we are going to have different chapters on each of the headings given in classification of functions of management. Generally, we see over here that there are 6 different classification of functions of management has been given. There are various experts as well as management gurus who have given different ideologies on this topic. Now, the things which we are getting from this chapter is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling and coordinating. The word planning means to just imagine, think and to elaborate your idea and practically assuming how it is possible. That is the simplest way to understand what is planning. Now moving to organizing. To organize means to make some kind of arrangement in a way that your ideas, your concepts which you have thought in the level 1 planning, which can really be implemented and be created practically, is organizing. Whereas on the third topic, the staffing means to have the human force, the human staff members to execute your idea and to implement them in a practical way through organizing them in different level of management. You will get the desired result, or we can say we move in a direction to achieve the desired result. Now, the fourth one is directing. To direct means to guide someone and to make them a supportive environment, friendly nature, which we can say that further we will have some kind of productive result as well as the result which we have desired to get the business successful. And the fifth one is controlling. To control means to guide them in a way if they are going in a different direction or if they are moving where the results are not as per actual desire. And controlling is a function of management where the staff members get a positive support from the different level of management, where if they are losing their hope by not getting successful in their activity, controlling plays a vital role where they get the correct direction and move further in a positive note. And the last one is coordinating, where coordinating means to coordinate all the functions of management, all the levels of management, all the staff members and the human being of the organization to work for the ideal growth and success of the business. I hope this lecture has been helpful in your academics, and it will help you to learn the further chapters as we have discussed the last points. Thank you so much.